We're back. Welcome to another segment of Tanner's Terp Tasting. Today with Cayle. Welcome back.
What's up? We're back.
Happy to be here at the Dabbler Depot. We've got some terps that we've got in-house that we got to do some testing of today.
Perfect.
So we're back for another terp tasting. So we've got today a Big Cat hash jar of some strawberry pie.
Okay.
I'm so excited to dig into this one. I actually haven't sampled this one at all yet. I opened the jar, gave it a smell, and went, oh, we're gonna save that one for the show. So let's give a little bit of preview of what this jar looks like. Pretty straightforward pop vac jar. Have you seen those pop vac jars before? Yeah, I like them. They trap in a lot of those terpenes, trap in a lot of that scent, flavor, all that good stuff people like.
Good stuff.
And we're gonna go ahead and bust this open. Now let's first start by commenting a little bit on the packaging. Now it's a pretty simple package compared to some of the ones that we've seen in the past that have like the full jar wrap. This is just the sticker on top, the sticker on bottom.
I honestly like it. Like the packaging itself feels heavy as I drop it. I also like enjoy how they threw just like a black cat. They didn't really like give it much form. They're just like, here's the silhouette of a black cat with some eyes. Yep. And I think that's really fun.
Yeah, it is as straightforward as you can get. You got a little cat surfing on a wave, perhaps hinting towards that washing of the heads that helps get us our cool solventless hash here. Now, this is strawberry pie. That's what we're going to be opening in just a second here. Let's give, for the genetics nerds, that's a cross between Georgia pie and strawberry fritter. Okay. So you get a little bit of that Georgia pie nuttiness, the sweetness, with that strawberry punch. And I think this jar for sure reflects that. So I'll let you go ahead and give that an open and let us know what are some of your initial smells you get off that. What do you think of that flavor?
Have you had any Big Cat hash before?
This is my first jar from them, so I'm really excited to give this a try.
So yeah, you're getting strawberry right off the bat. I don't get any of the nuttiness that you were referencing, but here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see sort of how it comes across in this one. Yeah, I just love it. It's almost like a light strawberry, like I point to like those strawberry candies that you get that's like almost a little bit creamy. Yep. Where it's like that hint of strawberry flavor comes across in that nose right away. Yep. I'm excited to scoop some of this up and give it a try here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to be using our Puffco here today. Once again, a Plead Puffco. Please sponsor the show. But until then, we're just going to grab a dab of this and drop it into our Peak Pro here. Oh, I love the texture on this. In fact, I'm going to show you this because you can see it like holds this shape. It has a nice little give, but that's still super terpy. Let's see. We'll hold up the dab for the camera, show it off there. Yeah, I'm really excited to give this a flavor test. Cayle, what are your thoughts on strawberry terps generally? Is that something that you enjoy?
I would say like I don't necessarily like seek out fruity terps just because they generally will fall in your lap. But when it comes to rosin, I'm kind of open to whatever just because I don't have a big history when it comes to concentrates. Just because they haven't really been widely available, and also like the quality of them just based on my like traditional means of access historically hasn't been great. But in the last I'd say the last year, we've definitely been getting a lot more hash, and there's a lot of funk and garlic that comes across my plate, which has been fun to try too. So
could not agree more. Wow. All right, so it's actually a really different flavor than you get off the nose from it. I got so much of that strawberry from that initial flavor. That was sort of like you were mentioning, that only scent that came across. I don't really get as much of that in the taste. It comes across much more of that like piney, nutty almost.
Yep, piney, nutty.
Doughy, if you will.
You get a little bit more of the... You do get a little bit of strawberry, but like not nearly as much.
Not as much as I was expecting based on just the smell. Wow. That's a good one. Well, let's go ahead and do the Q-tip test here. As we're getting our Q-tip out, getting that scrubbed up, we got a question on the YouTube page where people were asking us, what are those numbers? What do those micron mean? Well, Cayle, I'm sure you know. But for the viewers at home who might not know that, what that is describing is the bag size, the size of Micron that was used to collect those heads. You know, when things are being washed solventlessly, it's being flown through water, and the size of that bag is really what's collecting what heads are getting kept behind and what's getting washed away. So by having that range of 70 to 149, like on this jar, that is the size of the actual bits of
the heads of the trichomes that are being washed off. And so something I'm curious about, and maybe you might know, is it going to depend on genetic, what type of micron size you're using, just based on the development of those trichome heads?
Yeah, for sure. There's so many different things that can go into it. Genetics is a huge one. The quality of the grow is another big one. And one that Casey from Trichome Collector taught me is that even outdoor versus indoor, outdoor plants just generally have much larger heads than plants grown indoors. They just have more energy, more sun. The power of the outdoor sun. So, it all depends on how it was grown and what was grown. That's sort of where the art of it comes in, where there's not a wrong answer. It's just what do people prefer?
Yeah, that's super cool.
And speaking of that, we got our Q-tip test here. Man, that's pretty clean. Now, we do dab these a little bit on the higher of temp side, but that's a really great amount. There's no burnt material. That's just sort of some leftover oil that didn't get dabbed up in that first go. But pretty good. Pretty good. Wow.
It's kick ass.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring in your pivot at some point. Do you have the attachment to put it onto a glass piece?
I do, yeah.
We'll have to do that for another terp tasting. Maybe not the next one, but another one, because we got left some house glass.
Okay.
So maybe we can bring some of the house glass out, and it's not super fancy, but it'd be fun to just show that and see if you get a different flavor out of the pivot.
Yeah.
Out of a actual piece.
That would be awesome. The pivot has really exposed me to dry hits. You know, that's something with the Puffco. I'm not as big of a fan of that. I feel like on the pivot, though, it's a little bit more manageable, and I 100% agree. You get so many different flavors.
I'd say
based upon how you're dabbing it.
I'd say me picking up a Zenko, which arguably I should have probably picked up a Puffco if I wanted to be doing anything with concentrates, but it's been fun because everything's dry for me. It's coming out of the glass. I think you're gonna lose a little bit more just because the chamber isn't quite as big or as robust as that is. But I guess that means I've been doing dry rips for a little bit here.
There you go. You've been getting trained and ready for it. We'll have to bring that in for a future terp tasting. Give that a go. Fun. Show off how it works. All right, okay. Well, so now comes sort of the hardest part about this, where we can't just say that was good.
Yeah.
We got to say how good. We've got our patent pending token system that we use to help us rate things anywhere from 0 to 10. I haven't dabbed a 0 yet, but sure excited to dab a 10. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Where on that scale would you put our Big Cat Hash strawberry pie?
I would say the flavor profile was unique. The nose on it was really cool. I would say I would put this at a solid 6.5.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. I think that's super fair. I think I actually have to agree with you spot on. So let's go with the Big Cat Hash strawberry pie. We're going to be rating that a 6.5 on the token scale. So yeah, pretty good one. I'd recommend people give it a go if you have the opportunity to grab this jar.
Yes.
Something to give a try.
I'd say effect-wise, I would say the one I did prior, the very first one that we did, what was the flavor? Do we remember?
So that first dab that we did was actually from an unreleased Tanner's Terp tasting that I don't think made the cut.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Or actually, was it the first one we did?
Yeah, it was the first one.
So then that would have been Ope solventless.
Yes.
And it was their strawberry cotton candy. So let's go back in the yeah, so that last time we sampled the Ope solventless strawberry cotton candy.
Yeah, the strawberry cotton candy. I would say that one definitely ranks better. I think it was a little bit more up my alley, but I still think this was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that had much more of that sweet strawberry flavor that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good one. So, well, Cayle, thanks for doing a dab with me. Thanks for joining for another segment of Tanner's Terp tasting. We'll be back to Northern Lights in just a moment here.